Hey guys, Mr. Happy here, and in this video just going to be doing another 2.4 announcement regarding the changes to Allagan Tomestones. Now, a lot of us, and most of you viewing this video, probably already figured that this was how it was going to go down, the way this post outlines it. But it's nice to have something to reference, because I do get this question a lot: what's going to happen to Mythology when we get the new Tomestone? Are we getting a new Tomestone? All those questions are still very common, so it's nice to have an official source to be able to point to regarding what is going to happen to them in 2.4. Now, for those who don't know the history of the Tomestones, when the game first came out, it was just Tomestones of Philosophy and Mythology. Philosophy had no weekly cap, and it just capped at a solid 2,000 just overall. You couldn't hold more than that. Whereas Mythology capped at 300 initially when the game came out, and it had an overall cap of 2,000. You could only get 300 Mythology a week. Eventually, that was changed to 450, which is the cap we now have for Soldiery. But when 2.2 came out, instead of just sort of recycling the amounts and doing automatic conversions and things like that, they instead pushed Philosophy out of being acquired. You couldn't acquire it anymore, but you could do a one-time conversion of all of your Philosophy into Mythology. Then they introduced a new Tomestone, Soldiery, which now held the old rules of Mythology. So now Mythology was uncapped weekly and had a 2,000 overall cap, and Soldiery had a 450 cap weekly with also the overall cap of 2,000. Now, in patch 2.4, they're basically going to be doing that again, except now, those Tomestones of Philosophy that are still in your currency menus, for whatever reason after all these months, is going to be permanently removed. If you have Philosophy Tomestones for any reason at all, whether it be because you quit before the conversions came out and haven't played again, or, well, you just hold on to them because you're just waiting for the perfect time to convert them. If you do not convert them before 2.4, they will be removed from the game. You will not get to, convert them at any point after 2.4. They'll just be gone. And now Mythology is going to be pushed into the old role of Philosophy, meaning when 2.4 comes out, you're going to have the option to convert your Mythology into Soldiery, which is now going to be uncapped weekly with the 2,000 cap, according to this post right here. It outlines it right here. Allagan Tomestones of Mythology will no longer be obtainable, so all the dungeons, everything will no longer give them. All trials and duties that yield Tomestones of Mythology will instead offer either Allagan Tomestones of Soldiery, which, as I said, will now be uncapped weekly with the 2,000 overall cap, or the new Allagan Tomestone currency, which they haven't named here yet. Players will no longer be able to exchange Allagan Tomestones of Mythology for items. So if there's any items that you want to exchange them for right now before the changes go in, you're going to have to do it. I'd imagine that the hunt items, I mean, there's a lot of information still missing here, exactly where items are going to be placed. Are the old Mythology items going to now be placed in dungeons? Are they just going to be part of the hunt for the very small prices that they are there? We don't really know that yet. Although Allagan Tomestones of Mythology will not be removed, items obtained through their exchange will be made available through other means. So basically now, your Mythology, you won't get that anymore. So you're going to have probably until the expansion to convert them. I don't know how it's going to work after that point, if we even have a 2.6 planned. I don't think that we do. And that the expansion, no idea if they're still even going to use Tomestones at all. So in all reality, just a little PSA for everyone here. The Allagan, the weekly obtainment cap for Allagan Tomestones of Soldiery will be removed as well. I've been saying that the whole video, just reciting everything that you see here. Personally, I think this is an overcomplication of what could be a very simple system. I think that they could just automatically do conversions at the end of every patch and not have to rename them. I understand that there's some worry that people may have capped on both of them, and this is sort of a way around that cap. Like, let's say you had 2,000 Soldiery saved up, and you had 2,000 Mythology saved up, and let's say it just did this automatic conversion where whatever Mythology you had is removed, your Soldiery is then converted into a smaller value of Mythology. You would pretty much be losing out on a ton of points. So it is beneficial for the player that the system is worked this way, but it is overly confusing for what should be a very simple conversion. Also, the fact that the thing remains on our currency bar, it'd be nice if, for however they want to do it, it would just be nice to not have that 0 out of 2,000 on our currency screen for the next 6 months again. But, who the hell cares? It's a little annoying, but it's not like I'm staring at that menu all the time like, oh, they need to get rid of this. so it doesn't really affect us at all. But just doing a little PSA in case you were wondering how these were all going to work. I do want to include another little PSA in this as well. I'm just going to hit back real quick. For those who didn't know, they added dyes to quick exploration ventures not too long ago. I'm sure plenty of you know this. A lot of people do those. A lot of people talk about them. But among the issues, the metallic gold dye, I believe, yes, metallic gold dye was unobtainable due to a bug. They actually are, or they already have, I guess at this point. Well, what's today's date? Is it the 15th or the 16th? Today's the 15th. Tomorrow, they're going to be doing a hotfix that will make it obtainable through the quick ventures again. But also, they will be sending everybody 4 metallic gold dyes in your Moogle delivery system. So be on the lookout for those tomorrow. If you're looking forward to dyeing a set of gear gold, you'll have 4 pieces of dye to do with, and you'll be able to obtain it from your quick ventures from that point on. Hopefully, we have a little bit more news before the end of the week. I know I'm going to have plenty of news after this weekend. Only 2 days till I get on my flight and fly out to Las Vegas for the North American Fan Festival. If you have any questions about that, be sure to check out my videos from the last couple of days regarding the premium stream. And anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Be sure to like, favorite, subscribe, and share for more Final Fantasy XIV information, videos, guides, especially with 2.4 coming out. You can be damn well sure I'm going to be doing plenty of guides around that time. So, anyway, thank you for watching, and until next time, take care.